explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And they'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Ingram. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
At the 28-yard line.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Grady Jarrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
The Ravens send their punter out now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Jones on the return. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. Offense here, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down.
The They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a run with Singletary. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Tackle made at the 30.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain of 32 that time.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line. Effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stop short of the goal.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Chris Boswell.
Deontay Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
12. And a Steeler first down.
Looking to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. This pass into the arms of Snead. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
At their 48-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Steelers 6.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now Jones. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Gain on the play, and it's third down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Hardman on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A toss play left. There goes Mark Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
He goes full extension, and he's got it. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So first and 10 now from the 30. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because because of his ability to run the ball. It'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Third down and 4.
Now it's Jackson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Grady Jarrett in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, it's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick. Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, no, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They run. It's Mark Ingram, and he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
13 yards on the pickup, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Pittsburgh.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 5 first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a 1st down. He'll look to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure that block's secured before they...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run here with Ingram. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 10-yard line.
Jackson now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
26-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 49. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
For the field goal, a 50-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will get the lead up to 14. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Singletary to get the drive started. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making making sure you take care of the ball in open field. Sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They will run with Singletary. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up second and
12.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. And the Steelers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. Now back to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Now 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he's got some space here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Ingram. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13.
To throw is Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
At the 22 22-yard
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
At the 42-yard line.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been terrific so far.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Johnson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Down, Pittsburgh.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught at the 25. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
First down, Steelers.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This will be caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw again. And he's got it. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll conserve whatever time he can as they'll opt to bring it out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Baltimore, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right